Welcome back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Mike Renick. Joining me now is Chelsea Criddle, Director of Creative Services at Grace Reliant Health Services. Hello, Chelsea.
Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, always good.
So there's a lot. We were talking before we started. It's like, what are we going to talk about? Because I know there's a lot with Grace Reliant Health Services. So we're going to do our best to kind of give the full scope. But there is a lot.
There is a lot.
So that's what's amazing. So tell us a little bit about Grace Reliant Health Services, just to start.
So Grace Reliant is a big umbrella, and our main goal is to help people live more complete and independent lives. That started almost 13 years ago with home health. We basically, if a loved one, let's say a grandma falls, breaks a hip, she is discharged from the hospital, she needs services, we would send in nurses, physical therapists to take care of her. That then branched into also taking care of adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities. And then that branched into us trying to really make sure that we were able to provide full spectrum of services. And so that's kind of how we got into the coffee shop, because we wanted to make sure that everybody had the ability to get a great job.
Well, and Grace Coffee and Cafe on Broadway, just a beautiful space.
Yes, very proud of it.
How many years now have you been operating that?
We are about to celebrate 2 years in July.
In July, 2 years already.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it started with the senior services then? And you still offer that, obviously.
Yes, we do. And I mean, both of those two still are our bread and butter. That is the majority of what we do. But it's not quite as public facing, so I feel like we talk about it less. But yeah, we do offer those services, home health, and then the care for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And we basically, go in and take care of them in their house and get them into the community and just integrate them for a full and complete life.
You mentioned the customer facing side of Grace Coffee and Cafe. That's really kind of a game changer. To be able to see obviously the hard work that you guys have been doing for years and years and years and years, to be able to bring that to a consumer and say, look at these wonderful people that are serving you in this way.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's changed all our lives. It's changed their lives. The ability for somebody, I don't think that we realize how much our work impacts our social relationships and our personal sense of meaning and value in the world. And when you don't have the ability to have a job that feels very meaningful, have social connections through that, I mean, that can affect you. And so the coffee shop, to be able to provide that to them, and also just on-the-job training for how to have a job somewhere else, because actually the coffee shop is a laboratory. This is something else not super known. The coffee shop is a laboratory that is a part of Grace Works Academy, which is another kind of piece that we have. And the goal is to train people in their area of interest so that they can go and get a job in the community elsewhere. So they may come into the coffee shop, do an internship with us, work for a period of time, and then our goal would be to actually place them somewhere else in the community where they can have long-term, long-lasting employment.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
So where does Graceful Opportunities come in? I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
I know there's the home tour.
Yes.
That's happening
this weekend.
Soon. Yeah. And is there a farm piece to that? An
Yeah.
agriculture piece to that?
So the farm piece is another lab. So
Okay.
we have, I believe, about 8 labs. Not all of them are active yet, but
Okay.
the goal, when it's complete, we'll have about 8 labs. And one of those labs is our agriculture track. So growing things, learning just how to produce on a farm. So the Graceful Opportunities is our nonprofit wing that kind of holds hands with Grace Reliant Health Services.
Okay.
And so Opportunities provides employment as well as transportation services. So we teach people how to drive. That we have these large simulators and they can learn how to drive and whatnot. But so the ag track, that's what the Grace Grows farm that the home tours is supporting. Yeah.
Wow. So any of these services, like what, someone says, I know someone, I want to be involved, or I need the service, like what is the best way to be able to take part?
Yeah, so I would call and our receptionist will point you in the right direction to get you in touch with any of us who can plug you into the right area that you need to be plugged into, because we are all, I mean, all hands on deck, all touching different pieces and different components.
Obviously your mission is wonderful,
Yeah.
but like the passion that you exude, it's felt very deep for you, is it not?
Yes, I love what we do. We are family owned and operated, so I work alongside family, and I work alongside family that has Down syndrome and autism. So it's important to me. It's changed my family's life, and then we get to change the families of our community's lives as well.
So with the coffee and cafe, Grace Coffee and Cafe, anything that surprised you about it? You know, that maybe you thought going into it, it would work this way, it would happen this way. You know, any wow, well, I didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah. So we started in healthcare, and I definitely think that we are business people, but none of us necessarily had a dream to be restaurateurs.
Sure.
Running a coffee shop is hard work. It's real work.
Yeah.
And so there's been a lot of pieces about that we've had to learn along the way, and working with our friends with intellectual and developmental disability has also been a big learning curve for us, because even within that, somebody, those disabilities look different in every person. These are unique people who, one person may be overstimulated with the traffic of the coffee shop, and another person, may be able to handle that really, really well. So there's been a spectrum of learning curves that we've had, and we've all been growing with each other through the process of it.
Are you there quite a bit?
I go in, the merch wall is my baby, so
okay.
I go in to deal with that, and then I also, being the Director of Creative Services, we are trying to capture story, our messaging, our billboards that you see around town, so I'm dealing with that, and then I also love the food and coffee, so
Sure.
I love swinging by to grab something. Right now, the Dubai latte is my favorite thing, and yeah, so I'm there frequently.
You're there quite often.
Yeah.
Well, again, the passion's amazing. I know there's a lot with Grace Reliant Health Services, the senior services, obviously, the Grace Coffee and Cafe. I love the laboratory idea that you're talking about. So thank you so much, and best of luck in the future with everything that you're doing. You're changing the world.
One person at a time, that's the goal.
All right. Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us today for